Alright, we're waiting for Elite Shot to join the chat. As soon as Elite Shot gets in the chat, we will explain the trampoline bouncy bounce one more time. What up, brother? Alright, bro, so you've watched the third option master proof video, right? Let me make sure that's right. Let's see here. You've watched... You've watched this one, AMC dilution, option squeeze, post squeeze. Before March 11th to vote. As long as you did, go look in your spam folders, look for that email where your brokerage should have sent you an email. Give AMC, you're not ready for this video, go back and, which still includes at least keeping fortune, those that I've gone over in my videos. So that's what you're going to learn. The AMC dilution. Right now, today, there's 450% potentially they need it, not the right. If you're sick, AM company with dilution AMC. We have maximum 40. If we look at the ROI, our June 20, right here, the suggestion of go to calculate. What basically I saw this the other day, but I wasn't sure what to think about it, and I've just been thinking and thinking and thinking, trying to make it make sense, and now I believe I have. But basically, if we go into an option, let's just say $35, and then we calculate, it goes to $35, so we want this to be $35. We go to calculate. Okay, so this is saying that you would make 62x on your money at $35, okay, guys? You make 62x on your money, but here's the thing. What that's saying is you have a ask price of $3.17. Well, that may be closer to the truth because this is only like a 50% ROI, but on stocks that hit 100 to 200% ROI, the implied volatility gets so high because of the suggestion of where the stock could go now, based off a stock just going up 200% is extremely high. And so what I'm getting at is if we max out the implied volatility on this guy, we just say the maximum implied volatility, which we don't know exactly what hits that, but something does hit that. Now all of a sudden you make 690x on your money because you can hit a maximum value of $35 a strike. Or if it's here, a maximum value of, right here, a maximum value of $33.50. Basically, if you guys look at this, every price that I click on, it's exactly the price of the extrinsic value is exactly equal to the price of the strike. Meaning, the strike, the stock or the option price can never be more expensive in extrinsic value than the strike price. And so you have to get into intrinsic value to do that. So basically, if we assume every $40 contract in AMC is going to hit maximum extrinsic value, and basically all of the contracts we're buying right now are going to hit $40 ask price, well, what does that do to our pricing? What it does is this turns in, so all of these 20 hits a maximum of 20, all of these 30 hit a maximum of 30, all these 40s hit a maximum of 40. If we look at the ROI, our June 20s profit 20 at 5x, our 2022s do 8x, our 2023s do 5x. Our 30s do 62x, 21x, 10x, and our 40s do 104x, 41x, and 18x. And so right now, if you're in the June 2023 $40 strike, you should be expecting to make about 18 times on your money when AMC hits $40. Now, check this out. I'm not done. Don't get all discouraged if that doesn't make you happy. Bro Cobra, it doesn't matter that was MLK. I was just showing you an example. It did not matter. So it did not. Now that I realize this, I don't want to just make 18x on my money, especially now that I realize this. I didn't realize this. I thought I could make 40 to 100x on my money in the 2023 $40 strike. because of the way that the money worked in the GME. But now I'm seeing that the extrinsic value actually has a ceiling on it, and I didn't realize that there was a ceiling on the extrinsic value, and that there's a floor, and there's a floor in the ceiling. So as long as you buy at the bottom of the floor and you're shooting for the maximum of the ceiling, then you're making just unbelievable amount of money that I've been talking about.
As many X's as you can.
So now that we know that we can do 104%, 41%, or sorry, 100x, 41x, and 18x, basically what I'm looking at doing is putting 45% into 2023, which I already have 100% of my money in here now, right? So I'm going to move 45% over to 2022, and I'm going to move 10%, and now it goes up, I lose a bunch of theta.
Okay, so we understand all that so far.
Most of the other people in top. There's a couple options that are.
You guys can come watch this yourself. But the next thing I want to go over my weeklies.
This option chain expires in 10 days, and this one expires in 15 days. And so what I'm saying is I'm going to pull 10% out of my, instead of doing 45, 45, and 10, I'm going to do 10, 40, 40, and then I'm going to take another 10K, and I'm going to put $3,000 into each of these options here. And one of them I'm going to do on the $13 strike for 1 week to expire. And then on the next two, I'm going to do the $27 strikes. And one of them, I'm going to do 289 contracts and 202 contracts. As soon as this one expires and the 162 go expired, I either make a profit or I don't, right? But let's assume that I don't make a profit. Then the next week, I'm going to come and I'm going to spend another $3,000. And I'm going to sell $3,000 out of my 2023 or 2022 options. And I'm going to spend another $3,000 on the next week for the 27 strikes for what will be about 14 cents a contract again. And I'm going to keep doing that until the spike starts to happen. And so basically, my $3,000 I put into here, if AMC hits 40, will be worth $437,000. My $3,000 I put into here, if AMC hits 40, will be worth $751,000. My $3,000 here, if AMC hits 40, will be worth $300,000. Basically turning my 37X into a 49X if it hits in the first 3 weeks. And every week that passes, I lose 3X. And so basically I'll go from 49 to 46 to 43 to 40. And so as long as it hits in the next 5 to 6 weeks, and so now I can think about it in my own head, and either tomorrow or Friday, I'm going to decide what's right for myself. And I'm going to be like open-minded about it and be calm about it, be rational about it, because we don't need a lot of money. So if there's no questions on this part right here, let me...
So that's the first part I wanted to show you. Kind of like I'm not doing that exact strategy, but it was something that I was thinking about doing, and I may end up doing it. It's just something that I was thinking about doing. Now I want to show you the trampoline bounce and why this is making me do something slightly different. Because I wasn't expecting a big drop today. I was expecting more sideways action, and I'm actually surprised that they're dropping our price. So I'm going to search this again. Go here, go to videos. Then what I'm looking for is this right here.
I think I say it like nobody else says it.
So basically, on this day, it was Wednesday. This is the day that AMC just got done dropping a ton, all the way down from $14 all the way down, and then GME just got done dropping from $350, or actually it was trading sideways at 200, 220 for a while, and then dropped all the way down to 145 at this point. And AMC had dropped all the way down to 10 something. So I came over to this graph right here, and I looked at it and I said, okay, went all the way up here, came all the way down, and then we bought the dip right here, and this is where DFV bought the dip. Then it came up, and when it came back down and they crashed the price as much as they could, they dropped all the way to down right here. And then what happened? A bounce, like a trampoline bounce. And then when it went up, they could bring it down again, and they brought it down, and then they traded sideways, and then they brought it down. But now, and in this one, so they brought it down, they traded sideways, and then they brought it down. And if we watch to the end of this video, you'll see It came right at both of the resistance, and it was actually, there's a part of this day where you can play the video, and the price is actually going up, and you can see a little black spot, and then you can see it touch the line. Black spot, line, black spot, line, as if the price is literally jumping on my trampoline. And then the very next day, GME pops up 50%. So this one popped up 50%, and then AMC popped up 22%. So the second that it touched $9, the second that it touched $115, they both just exploded. And so what I'm getting at is, we look at the prices right now. AMC was crashing again, almost coming near this. So let's go ahead and look at the charts. Let's go to the 3-month charts. So if we look at this one on the left is AMC, comes all the way up, comes all the way down, hits 38, or no, sorry, hits $5 probably, $5.50 I think it went down to after the $20, comes all the way up to $11, crashes down to 7, comes all the way up to $12.35, crashes down to $9.50, no, maybe $9.50, goes all the way up to $14.30, crashes all the way down to like $8.90, then goes all the way up to $11.50, and now we're almost back down to the $8.90 that we hit last time. Okay, and so when AMC hits this, AMC, if you look, it hit this bottom twice, right? So we hit down here, we went up, we came up, and then we crashed down right here, okay? Then this was the 22% day. In one day, we grew 22%. Then we did this, we did this, we did this. Then we crashed all the way back down to $9. And then, boom, we bounced back up. We bounced back up, all the way back up to like $11.50. And now we're crashing again. And here's the thing. We went from $8.90 all the way up to $9.10 on the last one. So we went from $8.90 to about $9.05 for the last low. And so this next one's probably going to be like $9.10, maybe $9.15. And so rather than hitting $9.10 or $9.15, the hedges brought it back up just a hair so it doesn't bounce. And I feel like we're going to see another fall on Monday. And then that's when I want to buy the trampoline. And so a little bit more fall. And then GME, if we do the same thing, it went up to 480, all the way down to 38, all the way up to 200, all the way down to like 115, all the way up to 350, all the way down to 115, all the way up to 208, and now it's at 152. So if this hits maybe, like, what was the low right there? 90, and then 115 is our new resistance, 90 to 115. So like maybe 130, 120 is 130 is what I'm looking for in GME for a trampoline bounce, which I think could happen on Monday. And if this happens, I'm going to cash out $10,000, $20,000 in my 2023, and I'm going to bet. And I'm going to bet big, and I'm going to bet that, and I'm going to bet GME will go up 100%, 50 to 100%, and I'm going to cash out as soon as it hits at the money. I'm not looking for intrinsic value. I'm going to buy cheap options expiring soon, and I'm going to cash out as soon as it bounces off that trampoline. If it only does 50% by the end of the day, I'm going to cash out that 50% profit. Because that 50% profit is going to be 10 to 20x. And I'm going to cash out all 10 to 20x of whatever I invest. Because I do not want to hold these to expiration. But I'm not investing until I feel good about my trampolines being hit, and I didn't see that today. So if you guys look at the extra hours, we're down about 1% in both of them right now. I see, like in my opinion, what's 10%? If that was, I see GME needs to pop another 10 to 15%. AMC needs to pop another 10 to 20%. They both need another 10 to 20% drop on Monday, and then I buy big. If they drop 10 to 20% on Monday, I buy huge. Huge.
That's all, guys. That was the point of this live stream. Any questions? That was the point of the live stream. Any questions? I'm all done with school today. ZN in the house. I appreciate those kind words. I don't know what you mean by how much is the volatility. AMC Moon says God Pill's doing God's work. Share these vids. I appreciate that, man. Mike Castle, how long did the first dip when DFV bought last? How long? I don't know. It dropped to $38. It lasted like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks. Bookie Mookie, now tell me we sell 100 million shares. Is this a joke? Bookie Mookie, did you look at my math, bro? Don't just be mad about the 100 million shares selling. Look at the math and tell me that 150 or a 200% short interest is not going to be a giant bat signal to the entire investment world to go squeeze the stock. Am I wrong by that? If it doesn't work, just cash out your options and go throw it back into the stock. If you're buying high theta options, you can play it for basically 10% for only, well, for 30 days. You could hold this short interest. If you put all the money on the 2023 $40 strike, everyone can put their money there for 20 to 30 days and not risk more than 10%. If it doesn't work out, go back, buy the stock again, and you barely lose it. You lose 10, 20% in transaction fees. But like, what if this is the bat signal that makes $10 billion and other investors finally come in because they want to short squeeze the stock? Everyone loves to squeeze the stock if it's easy money, but it's only easy money if the short interest percent is high. And so you say, Bookie Mookie, how could I say sell stock for options? But like, bro, focus on the math. Don't focus on the words. Don't focus on the feeling. Focus on the math, bro. I'm talking facts. Timothy Bryan, I just told you what I think. Like, if you think something different, that's fine, but there's no reason to even say it, man. Holy cow. Free Ricky's almost done with the videos. The last 2 videos are shorter than the first 2, so you'll be done soon. I'm Out Climbing says, too much for Saturday. It's tube time. Maybe you meant so much for Saturday? It's YouTube time and that you're going to spend Saturday away, but then God feels like, hey, listen to me. Hey, listen to me. Gildanus, it's one more drop and then a mega bounce. 100% bounce in GME. Don't be, the bounce is going to either happen Tuesday or Friday for sure, but it's got, like, I think it's going to happen on Tuesday. If Monday trades sideways and then Tuesday drops, then it could be Wednesday. Like, it all depends. But one more drop of like 10% on both of them, and they're both bouncing to the moon. And it may not be the moon time, but they're definitely, I'm going to make some mad money. I'm going to make enough money that people start subscribing for real, for real. I'm going to make a couple $100,000. And when they halt it and crash it again, you better believe I'm going to be ready to bounce off the next trampoline bounce too. Godpill, what are your opinions on Uncle Bruce? My opinions on Uncle Bruce is that he is a YouTuber who likes his lifestyle at the moment because he makes money YouTubing to people. And he likes the GME movement. He likes the diamond hand mentality. He likes the idea of people coming together. He felt, I assume that he probably felt that if he tried to add AMC to his pitch, that it would dilute his base because his base was only GME. And like, he actually solidified his GME base when he said, like, when he didn't double down on AMC, and a lot of people left him for that. And so I think he just chose GME, and he just wants to report on one stock, and he just wants to talk about his coffee and other things. And it's fine. It's fine. I don't think he's hurting the cause. I love all my apes that aren't hurting the cause. As long as you aren't hurting the cause, you're good by me. You're fine by me. And so, good old Brucey. Bruce. I sent him an email. He never responded to it. He seemed like he was going to, but I'm probably a little bit too radical for him. Like, I don't blame him, especially back then, because, I mean, the last couple of days I've been a little bit more calmer on my YouTubes than I have the last couple of weeks, if we're being honest. So, I'm not mad at him. I'm not anything at him. I just, like, he's obviously not trying to take things to the level that I am. Like, he's not trying to be the catalyst. Like, I'm trying to be the catalyst, right? I'm trying to give you guys so much information that we win tomorrow. I am done waiting. I'm ready to win now. So, that's why I'm here. That's why I do this. Because I need to win right now. And you guys need to win right now. We all need to win right now. And I have a plan on how to do it. So, if you've watched my other videos, you should know how this works. It's like we should honestly just be here partying and spreading the word and knocking on doors and telling people watch Godpill and watch these. Tell them which videos are your favorite, and then have them go watch those videos, and then they start investing as well. Like it's just the same thing that happened in January. We gotta re-spark that one more time, and it's game over. I promise. It's game over. I promise. They ain't ready for us. They ain't ready for us. Oh. Mickey Woo says you've blown my mind. Thanks. You're welcome. You are welcome. I appreciate you taking the time. King Ape in the chat says, hey brother, can you repeat those GME options? So the GME options I will be buying next week will probably be something like 220 strike, 450 strike, and 220 strike, 450 strike, and like the highest strike, whether it's 690 or 800. And I won't be buying anything on the April 16th expiration. Everything I buy will be April 23rd or later. For AMC options, I'll be buying probably the $11 strike on AMC for April 23rd as well. But if GME and AMC trade sideways tomorrow and Tuesday, then I'm not buying these options till Wednesday or Thursday. But I'm definitely buying them before Friday, before DFB exercises his options. Stonk money! Good stuff, bro. Have to hop off of here today, but we're so close, fam. Let's get this man to 1K subs. Stonk money in the house. We're going to pin that message. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Free Ricky says, 2023, furthest out of the money is almost guaranteed, and after summer, $20 is almost guaranteed. Ralph Castaneda! Yo! I'm going to get you back in AMC, bro. I'm sure of it. I'm sure we're getting you back into AMC. As soon as you see some people starting to buy those options and sell those stocks to get that short interest up, how could you not buy the options with us? How could you not? Like, I get you don't want to be the first one to buy the options, but to be real, I've raised like $20 million since I started doing this like 3 weeks ago. The other Friday, we had one caller, or not a caller, but he was in the chat, and we were watching the volume. It went up by $1 million, and he was saying he's going to invest $1 million for a couple days, and I was like, I kept trying to push him, and then we saw the volume go in all in a second, and then he came in the chat and says, you guys see my volume? And we're like, we saw it! And that was the great Bambino. Holy moly. We got celebrities in the chat now, folks. Let's see here. 994 subscribers. I have to stay streaming until I hit 1,000, right? And then turn on. BXX9 says, eat shit. He must be shorting the stocks, ladies and gentlemen. He must be shorting the stock. Or he's a smooth-brained ape that doesn't understand why selling stock for options is actually a smart thing. I wonder which one it is, BXX9. Are you shorting the stock or are you just not very smart? Ralph Castaneda said, I'm still watching AMC like a hawk. Just waiting for the perfect time to hop in. May 4th is my biggest concern. Ralph Castaneda, I'm trying to squeeze AMC well before May 4th. Well before May 4th. BXXX9 says absolutely terrible, but you didn't answer. Oh, here we go. Nothing but trash and FUD with fast words and no content. Holy moly, this guy's getting booted from the chat. Holy moly. Holy moly, he says no content. I got better DD and better option research in the whole world than anybody on earth, and I gave it all away for free, and they said no content. I don't accept shills in my chat, and that's some shill talk right there. That's some shill talk right there. Hold on, Ralph Castaneda, have you not watched my 4 videos yet? Don't even tell me you tweeted me on your freaking thing. You tweeted a picture of me without watching all 4 of my videos. That can't be a real thing, Ralph. You had to have watched the 4 videos. There's 4 videos. Like, I don't tell you what option to trade. I teach you how to understand options, bro. I teach you how to trade which ones you want. Holy moly. Ralph has not watched the videos, ladies and gentlemen. Ralph has not watched the videos. Somebody convince him to watch the videos. Somebody say something smart in the chat. That'll be like, huh, maybe I will listen to that smart guy in the chat because Marcus is too stupid. I'm not going to listen to Marcus. He got no content. He just yells and says fast words. We need 4 more subscribers for 1,000. We're so close, ladies and gentlemen. We're so close. Holy moly. 3 more subscribers. 3 more subscribers. 997. I can't log off until I'm at least at 1,000. But if it went to like 2,000 real quick, then maybe I wouldn't log off for like 24 hours. I don't know. What is up, everybody? I actually don't know how to do Trey's voice. Trey's voice is hard to do. He's got a deeper voice than I do. My voice is too nerdy to sound like Trey. Trey's too cool for me. AMC cannot drop below $9. Take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. I can't tell exactly what everyone's saying, but just know we don't accept no shills in the chat. So if you start talking some crap without backing it up or actually citing what you don't like about this channel, you will be booted from the channel. No shills in the chat. We're at 1,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. We've hit 1,000 subscribers. What an amazing event. Alright, how do I monetize and get rich now? Holy moly. Fly high, enjoy. I already showed you my thoughts at the beginning of this video, man. You just gotta watch the beginning of this video. I showed exactly what I'm planning for next week and the week after. That was the whole point of this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know what to do for tomorrow, you got to watch the beginning of this video. I jumped right into it, the beginning of this video. 1,000 apes is stronger than a million shills. 1,000 apes is stronger than a million shills. Who wants to fight 1,000 apes? Who wants to fight 1,000 apes? We are some diamond-handed mother effing apes. M.A. Painter 67 says, which video should I be watching? Totally new to the option game. Start out with the Warden Elite video I posted back on last Sunday. And then in the description, it has all 4 videos detailed in what order you should be watching them in. But yes, you can go back to most of my last 2 weeks of videos and look in the description, and you will see the 4 videos you are supposed to watch and in what order. There's only 4 videos. Or you can just watch the last video that I posted called the last video to end the war or something. And that video will tell you a quick summary of everything you really need to know right now. If you want to wait till AMC prints before you even think about anything else, then just go watch that summary video and you're good to go. It's so funny. Free Ricky thinks we're going to be here till June. We're not here that long, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very short party. We are only planning on being here until like 30 more days. 30 more days, and we plan to be fully cashed out just in our AMC and GME stock with 50% of profits already cashed out and living our best life. 30 days, and we're living our best life, ladies and gentlemen. 30 days. Take it to the bank. AMC 801 says best interview would be Trey, good cop, God pill, bad cop, and AMC CEO. I could not agree more. Mike Castle says he'll probably exercise them. I assume you're talking about DFV's options on Friday. I agree. DFV does seem the type of investor to exercise his options. Free Ricky, DFV is GME's squeeze bat signal, and AMC is currently looking for a big boy catalyst for the options market to light the jet fuel diamond-handed, hodl the land we moon. Still Coffee just shared a YouTube that says the playlist for the 4 videos. Okay. Mike Castle says that would be awesome, Godpill. Gildenus says, I hope you're right about that. Trust! Trust! Can't be wrong if it feels right. He says, I'm just, what did he say? I assume he's calling me a grifter. A lot of fast words, no content, is what he said. Fast words and no content. Should I monetize, guys? I should, right? I don't really know how, but I'm sure it can't be that hard. Like, I got YouTube Premium, so I don't got to worry about commercials. There we go. Nice. Nice. I hit the public watching hours before I hit the 1,000 subscribers. I bet that doesn't happen all the time. That means you're a good YouTuber. Okay. Alrighty. I started the monetization process. Andre 5150 says, I new to your videos. You're a stoink whack. I don't know if that. Love it. Okay, nice. Nice. He loves it. Social. Ralph Castaneda says, other YouTubers don't even have positions. LOL. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Ralph Castaneda says, I'm here to make money and manage my risk, not cheerlead stocks and feed the narrative. Ralph Castaneda, I don't know how to respond to that except for to tell you that I'm here to basically, I wouldn't say I'm here to do much. I'm here to take advantage of the opportunity that the diamond handlers have created. Nobody can deny that the billions of dollars is sitting inside of AMC right now like a powder keg ready to ignite. But the problem is no one can also deny that the hedge funds have their thumb on it. And until we find a way to lift that thumb over us, like it's just been a beatdown after beatdown, especially if you're buying options. And so basically between my trampoline bounces, which I discussed in the beginning of this video, and between my long-term high theta build to short interest bat signal for worldwide investors to squeeze AMC play is like the combo between the two. I'm just gonna, for the next however long this takes, I'm just gonna be making money and spreading the word and buying even bigger and bigger positions every time that they play these stupid games from now on. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever the first trampoline bounce happens. Let's see here. Godpill maybe will be YouTubing maybe once a month after he is rich. Just because I do have a message I want the world to hear. But, like, it is not a daily thing. I don't, like, it's a one thing I gotta say. I could record it and then never have to come back on YouTube, right? Like, unless there's a reason for me to be on YouTube, I will not be on YouTube. I'm not here for the fans. Ralph, they're not going to win this vote. We've already gone over it. There's 88% of AMC holds in retail, and Trey owns that. And the whole time, Trey, when everyone was voting, Trey was telling everyone to vote no. There's zero chance that they're passing the extra 500 million shares on May 5th or 4th. What bothers me is that the sixth item on the agenda is to vote to bring up the vote again and let them readjust it a little bit and give you a different sales pitch if the first sales pitch doesn't work. And that, I feel like, will pass. And so I agree with you that from now until then, the only thing that really could concern me is that a lot of people that are leading the movement paper hand and say now it's time to dilute, because they come back and say, okay, only 250 million shares since you guys didn't like the 500 million shares. I do not think the 500 million shares is passing on May 4th. I think we are going to squeeze before that even happens, so I don't think none of that even matters. But all I'm saying, Ralph, is that the fear you have of that vote, you should be in it until at least after that, and until at least you find out when the next vote is, because this could all very well happen before any of that even gets touched or bothered with. Especially if we start to see inflation, because inflation's another catalyst for this to happen. Because AMC and GME are the hedge against society, if inflation hits and everyone starts selling stocks because inflation's about to crush everyone, and everyone starts selling their stocks and everyone starts collapsing, GME and AMC are going to hold, if not grow, and then everyone's going to run to there and it's going to blast off anyways. Like I see 3 or 4 different catalysts that could push GME and AMC over the cliff. And I just can't imagine. No matter how much money I'm losing, I can't imagine taking all of my investments out of AMC or GME. Like, I can understand, like, if you want to wait for a dip and that's what you've been doing and you took out some money and now you're ready to put it back in at the right time. Like, I get that kind of stuff if you're trying to be opportunistic, but you never take out 100% of your position, man. You never take out 100% of your position. Holy moly, gentlemen. Holy moly. Dude, beta is a fake construct. You should not be using beta as an indicator for your reaction to a trade. Beta is a mathematical result. It is something that is calculated through the stream of data, and it does not always mean what they tend to mean. Every single indicator you guys are using on options or alphas or like even your stock stuff, it's just all such hypothetical trash. Like, at least mine, everything that I believe in, all of my math, I can at least create a window where I know for a fact this is the maximum, this is the minimum type stuff. Where all the stuff you guys talk about is just fantasy fairy tale, like you literally associate this indicator to danger, not like 90% crash danger or like 10% crash danger or like sideways trading danger, just danger. Like, get out of here with that. Oh man, I hate the indicators the world uses to trade today. If you guys don't know about my trading styles, everything I use for trading is 99% of it's got to be basically what I created for myself. And most of it's in options. And so once you're trading at options, what everyone else is doing, what everyone else knows, is basically it's like children's stuff. Like I just elevated to a higher level, a higher game. If you master options, you could with $100,000 do what someone with $100 million could do if they mastered stocks. And so like it's just that's the different levels you're playing at. Devin DeHorty says, to be fair, you've been waiting on the squeeze since February, laugh out loud. Hey, smart guy Devin, you realize on February 24th and 25th, I turned $10,000 into $1 million, right? You realize I haven't really been waiting like everybody else, right? You realize I've gone to like the nicest spas and spent the best times, I've been living the best life since February 24th. Do you realize that, Devin? So, like, you can say waiting like everyone else for the squeeze, but when you trade like I do, every 100%, we make bank. We make bank, bitch. We got 56 apes in the chat. Gildaness says, I need bank. That's why I'm here. Adriana Bluntly says, so I have a question about the beginning of the video. Was he saying that my 950 calls can only X by 9.5? Adriana Bluntly, can anyone answer my question? Adriana Bluntly, I will answer your question right now. Thank you for the question. That's a great question. Finally, somebody can come into my chat with a good question after looking at a video. I love that. Like, go watch my videos, come with me a question, and I'll answer it 100 times in a row until it makes sense to you. But at least go do a little research and get confused on something first. You guys ain't even trying to get confused. You just want me to tell you something. You don't even know what you want me to tell you. Alright, so check this out. She said her 950 stocks on AMC. So, here we're going to... The thing that I need you to understand, I'm going to show you two things. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, I'm not buying, the only options I'll buy next week are going to be expiring April 23rd. I'm not thinking about anything else. So I'm going to come over here and I'm probably going to buy around the $11 strike. But let's assume I was going to buy at the $29 strike, okay? My argument is that the options world has never seen a stock go from $9 to $29 in the blink of an eye. Go up 300% in the blink of, or 200% in this example, in the blink of an eye. And so if it did, what the volatility would basically get maxed out is my argument. And so what that means is, right now, the at-the-money value at a 950 strike is 88 cents a contract or $88 a contract, okay? So I'm going to show you how to calculate intrinsic value after this, which is what you have right now at $88 a contract. But what I want to show you, what I'm trying to show you right now, or what I was trying to show you in that example, was the maxing out of extrinsic value. So right now, if you buy a 950 strike, you're playing for intrinsic value. What I've been teaching people in my other 4 videos, in my options master proof video, is how to capitalize on extrinsic value, where options are very, very, very cheap. And so, for example, these 7-cent contracts that are 7 cents right now cannot ever be greater. If this $9 comes all the way to $29, this 7 cents down here cannot be greater than $29. Okay? So if I have, let's see this. If I have 29 and I divide that by 0.07, basically, if it did max out the implied volatility, as soon as AMC hits $29, then I am now at 100% of my extrinsic value possibility. I basically 414 times my money. Okay? So basically, if I divide this number by 29 by the 0.07, I get 414. So that means for every $7 I put in is one contract. So if I put in $100 and I divide this by 7, no, every $7 is one contract. So I can buy 14 contracts with $100. So 14 contracts with $100 times that by 414, and then times that by the 29, which is the maximum amount of value that $7 could grow into, right? And it would actually be, I want to say 2,900. Because we didn't do, oh no, we're good. It's 29. It's 29. So basically, every $100 you invest into that, you would get $168,000 return in extrinsic value if the extrinsic value was maxed out at $29 by the time the $9 got to $29. And what I'm saying is anything above 150, 200% growth from where it's at now in the next couple months is going to equal anywhere between 75% all the way to 99% of the extrinsic possible value. And so it may hit just exactly this number, or it may be half of this number. So $100 is going to make anywhere from $168,000 to $80,000. But it all depends. Like, it's got to be super cheap $7 contracts, and it's got to be 200% growth, and it's got to be like this expires in 2 weeks, right? So like, you're not going to find, like, I mean, you can definitely find some good things. Like, you could come to June over here, you could come to 34 right here, and this 34 can get maxed out right now. And so what is 40 divided by 34 by 0.34. 40 divided by 0.34. 117x on your money right now if you dump it in the $40 strike and it hits $40 before June. Like, that's not fake talk. That's real talk. And so it all depends on what your comfort zone is. My goal is just teach you how options work. So let me show you one last thing about intrinsic value. All right, so this right here is an example I pulled from the SPY a few months back. The SPY was currently trading at 323. I only like to trade out of the money, at the money, or out of the money options. And so use this logic to apply it to your AMC 950 strikes. And you can see exactly where you think the price is going to go by the time your options expire and what you stand to make. Because you're only going to make money if it's intrinsic value. Your options will not make money unless the stock goes above your option price. Okay? And so this is how you can calculate how much you're going to make based off that. If it goes up really, really fast, actually, no, that's all I'm going to say. So check this out. So the SPY was at 323. Basically, the strikes were at 324, 325 because they're out of the money, right? I did an example of what if the SPY went up 1%, what if the SPY went up 2%, what if the SPY went up 5% from the time that I purchased my options. And so basically, the cost of my contract is right here. So this would have been $2.70 ask price, $2.19 ask price, and this would have been 2 penny ask price, 3 penny ask price, 4 penny ask price. And basically, at 1% up growth, we would have been at 326.23. If we subtract that number from the strike that we bet on, so your strike would be 950. If we subtract this number, I get 2.23. Times that by 100, I get 223. I know the contract cost me $270 minus my 223 gains, and now my losses are $47. Okay, and so this shows every single strike, had you bought it, what you would have lost, but you can never lose more than what you got right here. So basically at this strike right here, it says you lost 213, but really you only lost 136. While this one, it says you lost 151, while you paid 174. So you still, you saved like, what is that? 16 of your dollar, or sorry, no, 17. Holy moly, I feel retarded right now. 13, 23. $23 is what you would have made, but because it costs 174, you lose 151. Now, had the SPY, instead of going up 1% by time it expires, had it gone up 2% by time it expires, then the best, most profitable strike becomes a 325, where I paid 227 and I got, or sorry, I paid 219, I got 227 for 104% ROI. Where my 270 turned into 276, but that's only 102% ROI. And then if you guys look at the rest, like, you make even less the further you would have bought out of the money. Now, had the strike gone up 5%, all of a sudden the best strike that I could have bought was 336, way out of the money at $8 a contract, where each $8 contract became worth $307 for a 38x on my money. So instead of investing $270 at a 5% increase for a total $12.45 or 461% ROI, I could have instead bought 33 $8 contracts, and when it goes up 5%, they're each worth $307 of intrinsic value. This is what they're worth at expiration. This is what they give you when you decide to exercise or not. You can either exercise or just take the money. And it's 38x on your money. So basically you turn that $276 into $10,300 instead of turning that $276 into $1,245. So like, these are all the different ways. If you go watch my other 4 videos, you'll understand how options really work, and you'll be prepared to trade tomorrow or next week's or the week after trampoline bounces. Whew! Any questions after that? I hope that answered your question. Nobody answers questions in the comments like I do. I hope that answered your question. Where's she at? What was her name? Hey, Mitch Peterson, let Ralph talk for a little bit. I'm trying to sell Ralph right now. If he's still paper handing a week from now, then we might have to ban him. But give me a week to get him on our side. So Adriana, all you gotta do is take the cost of your contracts and then like just pick a price where you think it's gonna expire. Say, what if AMC expires at $20? So watch. If my strike is $9.50, if my ask price, so she said they expire May 14th. May 14th, $9.50, so they're $1.57. Okay, so they're $1.57 ask price right now. So assume that you're a new investor. We're not talking about your losses right now. You're at $1.57. What this means is if AMC, let's say, goes to 20, then the intrinsic value would be the difference between 20 and the 950, which gives us 1050. Now, what I do is I divide my 1050 by the $1.57, which is my average contract price. And if at expiration on May 14th, AMC closes at $20, I will make 668% on my money. So every contract I bought for $157, so this equals this times this, and then this equals this times 100. This equals this times 100. So your $157 will be worth $1,050 at expiration if AMC closes at $20. And that's the formula that you have to use. And you can pick any number, $20, $40, if I do $40, if I, like, now they each grow to $3,000. Now I make 19 times on my money. If I go $100, now I make 57 times on my money. If it went all the way to $2,000, now I make 1,267 times on my money. You guys get it? It's easy math. Easy math. It's PEMDAS, guys. I'm not that smart. It's just PEMDAS. The Heat Inferno likes to hear Godpill talk a little smack. Mr. Jim 85 says putting 1A key on AMC this week. Not sure if I should buy shares or try options. The first time I've done options before. Mr. Jim, watch my 4 videos before you ever buy an option. Watch all 4 of my videos. Pettin Man says it was one where you were saying AMC could be 10x the size compared to GME because of the dilution. I don't think there is any dilution. I'm not sure what you mean. Ralph is talking pretty paper-handed in my chat. I usually don't allow people to talk like Ralph is talking in my chat, but I've just been allowing him to do it because I figure people might be interested in coming and watching him talk in my chat and hearing me respond. So definitely stop timing him out, please. Let him talk. I'm going to try to sell him for a week. And if he is still in my chat saying AMC's no good, we may have to get rid of him. Kenneth Bean said, can someone provide a link to the Godpill Discord? That Discord has privatized. The only way to get into the Discord is to follow the 4 videos and listen to the message I have. And inside the 4 videos, you will find out a way to get into the Discord. But there's no other way. So go to the 4 videos, catch up on what you're supposed to know, and then you will know how to get into my Discord. It's not too late. Watch the videos Godpill is mentioning. Scroll up. There's a link for the playlist. Should we trust this? Well, I'm not. Buki Mookie says, should we trust this? Well, I'm not. Buki Mookie is definitely getting hidden. I'm done with his shillness. We don't. Rule number 1 of Godpill is no shills in the chat. Let's see. Free Ricky says just no options. FOMO is way harsher. Gabriel Ellingson says, what did Ralph say to get muted? LOL. Mr. Jim 85 says, yeah, I have several thousand shares since January, but would like to try something new like options, but I don't want to F things up. Watch my 4 videos. Diamond Kitty says, Marcus Kong, King of the Apes. Thank you, thank you. Just happened. There we go. Several $1,000s in shares. TR said Discord link. I just explained that. Ralph Castaneda said, I guess I'm not wanted here. LOL. See you later. I mean, I really don't care if you're here or not. Definitely, I don't care. Like, if you want to be here and support the cause, great. If you got questions, I'll answer them. But if you're here to just make my chat go crazy, like, yeah, you might as well leave. Free Ricky, I don't know why so many people say option trading is so risky. From my perspective, it's much safer form of investing instead of blindly committing to swing stocks in already shaky markets. I agree with that. I'd rather bet a little bit of money every time and win big when I hit than bet all my money on crazy stocks that can maybe just stay down 10% for 10 years. Like, some stocks just never move. And so if you bet on the wrong stock, sucks to be you. So it's options or S&P 500 in my mind. Unless you got some good algos like I could create. Brother's Life says Ralph will be vindicated is he mentions the God Pill on his channel. He's already tweeted me, guys. He tweeted me on Twitter. We'll take a look at that. So, Ralph Castaneda, Twitter. You guys see this? If you guys don't follow Ralph's Twitter, come follow his Twitter. Retweet this bad boy right here. This needs to get retweeted a bunch. So Ralph is hinting at good signs, but he hasn't fully come back yet. So we haven't fully forgiven him yet. But I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him. Hey Elmo says I was late. What's the play? Go back to the beginning of the video. I hit it in the very beginning. Everything you guys need to know about next week. Louis March says 126 times, so I must have said something wrong. My bad. Adriana Buntley says, I'm loving the sounds of that. Thank you so much for going over that with me. You are welcome, Adriana. I answer all questions in the chat as long as I can. Maybe someday we get to 10,000 people and that becomes something that's not a thing and I just have to focus on super chats or something. But as for now, I answer all questions in the chat. My mods need to stop fighting with people in the chat. Kevin Smith says, God Pill sharing some quality knowledge here for free. If you are in here, hit the like and help us get the word out. I think that's a fair request. Kenneth Bean is almost done with the third one, hitting the fourth one soon. Kenneth is not far behind. Congrats, Kenneth. He almost welcome to the team. SMTB Mo 27, hello from the UK. Welcome, welcome. AMC 801 says, I've pulled out profits in every other stock in my portfolio except AMC and GME. I used that money and invested in AMC and GME options only. I feel you on that, brother. Isaiah Hammond, smack that like button. Mr. Jim 85 just got into my office, about to watch all 4 videos. My man. Visual, 1K subs. Visual, all well deserved. Congrats. Thank you, thank you. I did apply to be monetized, but it said it could take like months to do, so I'm not too excited about that part, but oh well. Peyton Mann says, I was talking about one of your live streams where you were saying about the size of AMC squeeze could end up being 10 times the size of GameStop squeeze because there hasn't been any dilution. My bad. If I did say that, I probably, like, my only thing that I could really say about that is the market cap for AMC is smaller than it is GME. So let's just say AMC is at PE ratio of 5 or 7, and GME is at like 10 to 14 or something, right? And so my point is, Gildaness says, how long has Godpill been trading? I started 2 years ago, and I basically gave my whole life to it for the last 2 years in options. I skipped stocks. I went straight into options with $500,000. I lost most of it in 6 months, and I spent the next year and a half just put myself in house arrest and focused on everything that I learned so far and learned from my mistakes and perfected what I was working on. And so, unfortunately, I'm one of those people that got to lose the money and like feel the pain in order to overcome it. But I have overcome it, I feel. Oh, goodness. But yeah, because the market cap is lower, or the PE ratio is lower in AMC, I was just, it kind of made sense to me if the squeezes were equal in AMC and GME, then AMC would potentially be slightly larger because it's starting out at a lower point at this point. But the other argument also would be, I think I said something on one of my videos. I think there was something else on one of my videos where I said something about, I said something about the short interest. And that's actually a really important point that nobody's really ever going to listen to. So I'm not really going to focus on it, but I'll let you guys know. Basically with the short interest, well, I mean, so 500K was some of my money, some of my roofing company stuff, and then some of my brother's money who made a lot of money off my life insurance research when I was 23. Like, there's a lot of things I've been doing since I was young. I started out with door-to-door sales right after high school. But basically with the short interest, like, you guys gotta understand, GME only has 70 million shares, and so when it was at 140% short interest, that means there's only 100 million short synthetic shares. And so basically, if there's 100 million synthetic shares in GME, or there's 100 million synthetic shares in AMC, or there's 100 million synthetic shares in Nokia, that the short squeeze potential is based off the number of shares. It's not based off the short interest percent, right? So like GME, if GME has 80% short interest at 50 million synthetic shares, but AMC has 30% short interest at 100 million shares, AMC is a better short squeeze than GME. That's what I'm getting at. And so that is actually true right now, but like Nokia is way better than AMC. But the problem is GME and AMC are the only one with the diamond handers, and so because the hedgies have manipulated all the momentum of our diamond handing, we need another catalyst. And the only catalyst that the only thing that we can do is wait for a whale to save us, or sell our stock and buy options, which will be the bat signal to the whole world to come and buy AMC and squeeze it. And the people like us that bought the options will make the most profits. Everyone makes money. We just make the most. We cash out well before everyone else cashes out because we've already made more money than we could imagine. The videos are not in the description of this video. Go to my channel and go to any of the last videos in the last week or two that I posted, and you'll see 4 videos that I link in a certain order, and you just got to watch those. Yeah, I did Dish Network, DirecTV, door-to-door, and then eventually I got into storm restoration, storm chasing, so hailstorm chasing, windstorm chasing, all that stuff, and it just got easier and easier the more I did it. Mitch Peterson says, this is going to change your lives. Listen to Godpill. First week Mitch Peterson was in here, he liked it, but then he didn't like I was getting a little too crazy for him. He's like, did I just find myself in a cult? And now look at him. Now he is the cult. Now he's the one that freaking telling people to drink the Kool-Aid. Dang, Gildanus is in. Gildanus is sold. You guys are awesome. Kelly Beaver, your calls are going to do pretty good. I personally like the $40 strikes on there. You really need to go watch my videos to really understand how I understand options. So you don't, rather than asking me, you can really see which ones are safe and how much they're all going to profit. And you can kind of choose for yourself which one you like. Choose what, like, you'll be able to learn how to pick what price you think AMC is going to go to and what you think your stock will be worth. And then basically you can do that on 10 different stocks and then find out which one has the most theta, but also like the most success potential. And then that way you're happy with what you bought. No, we never exercise options, people. We never exercise options. What we are doing is buying deep out of the money options, and then we are cashing them out for the extrinsic value that they gain. If you're buying, so hold on, let me correct that. If you're buying at the money options and you're chasing intrinsic value and you're holding to expiration, then whether you decide to cash out or take it in the stock and then cash out the stock a week later, like it doesn't make a difference. It's the same amount of money. You can exercise, you don't have to exercise, whatever. But if you're buying super deep, if you're buying $40 strikes, if you're buying anything that's 100, 200, 300% out of the money, then when you hit it at the money, that's the time to cash out. Because 10% down, you'll lose 50x, where 50% up, you only get 2x. So it's not worth the risk. Cash out, put it in stock if you want to go into stock. But you won't have enough to exercise them. And you don't want to exercise them because you'd give away all your extrinsic value, which is literally all the value you just gained. Holy moly, never exercise options, people. JJ says, don't know how to buy options, but I will buy more shares, and we will still love you for that. We will still love you for that. Who's excited for Monday, ladies and gentlemen? Who's excited for Monday? Kelly Isabel, there's probably a lot of little key points that need to be added to my training videos, and we'll get there someday. I feel you, though. I feel you. Like, I wish I was more prepared and organized so that it could come out cleaner and you guys just could have, like, a perfect little handbook that told you everything you need to know in a perfect way, but I'm just not perfect, guys, and I'm never going to be that perfect person. Like, new information comes to me every day. How can I try to photocopy something and spend tons of money on printing something when new information is coming to me every day? So, Mighty Mouse just said, aren't Mondays kind of a blah day for the market? Everybody, let me give you a reason why you should be super, super excited for Monday. Who wants to know why they should be excited for Monday? I need to see some apes in the chat if you guys want some good DD for Monday. I need to see some apes in the chat. I haven't done anything. You guys keep making me talk, so I haven't dabbed, but I am trying to dab. Alright, we got apes in the chat. We got apes in the chat. That's what I like to see. We got orangutans too. Holy moly. Holy moly. Alright, guys. That one caught my throat. All right. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you the mathematical proof. The mathematical proof that if we're going to see a good pop, the best day for the hedge funds for us to get a pop, if they cannot stop a stock from going up, the absolute best day for a hedge fund to allow the stock to go up is going to be a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday. But Thursday and Fridays are the worst days because all the options get so cheap that people start loading up hundreds and hundreds of contracts for pennies and pennies and pennies, not that far out of the money. So if on a Thursday or Friday it was to pop up, AMC was to pop up 50%, $5, $6, $7, all those penny contracts would make millions and millions of dollars. So the mathematical proof is all those penny contracts cost hundreds of dollars, if not $50, $60, $70 a contract back on Monday, Tuesday, when they had 3, 4, 5 days of theta left. And so if you go, let's take a look at this, guys. Check this out. Hold on. Why was Ken hidden, fools? Hang on, hang on. We got to make sure no bad hidden stuff is happening because once we hide someone, we never get them back, and I don't like... Why did you hide him? Oh, here we go. What the heck? Did Ken go like Nazi moderator and try to... Why was someone deleting Mike Castle's comments? What is Ken doing? Like, look, 65 viewers and only 36 likes. Hit the like button. Other channel asking for money to answer questions. This guy is real. Appreciate that. Like, how is that question being removed? How is that comment being removed? What's going on in my chat right now? Mike Castle was hidden by Ken? Who is this Mike? Who? Ken, you're about to get banned, bro. Where's Ken at? Why would you do that? What is wrong with you people? My moderators are half mentally retarded for real. I'm so sick of it. Mike Castle's been nothing but freaking loyal since the beginning. And you go start banning. Like, all of his comments that I read are freaking spot on point. Now it says not hidden. Is he hidden or not hidden? Undo. Alright. Alright. I made Mike a mod already. Alright. I deleted my whole Discord last night. I had 200 people in my Discord. I deleted the whole thing because everyone, like, basically I got this honor code system and I don't want nobody in my Discord that hasn't signed the honor code thing. And so I deleted it because there's just too many people lurking around that I'm giving the most important information I've ever given. And I just hear them. They don't know that they're not muted. I'm yelling, mute your mic. And they're making me go back into my tabs and find my Discord channel to go find them and mute them. As they don't, and the whole time they're just talking and not even listening to me give the research. And so it's like, why are you on my Discord? Why are you watching my video if you're not freaking watching? The disrespect just bothers me so much. If you bring that kind of attitude into my world, you will get banned from my place. And just know that that's why the Discord has gone private sooner than expected. Because I wasn't going to go private until AMC printed, but I just got fed up. So let me show you guys what I was trying to get to. So I'm going to show you the open interest. Let's go ahead and go to Mark. If anyone wants to see my account balance, here it is. I got 71,000 in AMC, $40 strikes, January 2023. I got 2,000 in April 30th, 2021, 690 strikes, GME. I got God Pill. How can I... So, I got $7,000 in 3 contracts for $950 strikes for GME. So I'm in it to win it. Sean Gorman is super confused right now. TR says, is it too late to get in the options? You guys got to go to one of the videos before this one. Look at the description in the video. There should be 4 videos described. Watch those 4 videos in order, and you will know exactly why it's not too late to buy options. Okay, guys, so here's my account. This is what I'm dealing with right now. Now let me show you what we're talking about with the options. So next Friday expiration is April 16th. If we look at the contracts in this, guys, look. So add up the open interest and look at the volume for the day too. But add up the open interest and we're getting hundreds of thousands, probably 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 total contracts. So let's just add this up real quick. Open interest is what we care about. So we got 27, 86, 147. So now we're at like 2,000 if we add up all that. Now we're at like 10,000. Now we're at like 20,000. Now we're at 70,000. Now we're at 120,000. Now we're at 150,000, 175,000, 200,000, 250,000, 200. So 300,000, about 310, 320,000 contracts, and that turns into 3 million synthetic shares from Citadel. So that's 3 million synthetic shares right there that expired this Friday. So that's going to grow. That's probably going to double by next Friday. But let's count how many contracts are on the Friday after this. Okay, so far we got maybe 3,000, 10,000, 15, 20, 30, 50, 55,000 contracts maybe. There's 6 times as many contracts on the next Friday, on this Friday, rather than 2 Fridays from now. Oh, I'm sorry. That's way out there. That's not April 23rd. Let's do April 23rd. So April 23rd is the week after. And April 23rd, there's, we're probably at maybe 3,000 so far. Now we're at 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. 50,000. So again, 10 times as many contracts as this week. And this week's going to grow more and faster than all the others. So every Friday, they're just trying to survive till Friday. So you really shouldn't, unless we're doing a trampoline bounce, you should not be buying options anywhere other than like June expiration or further. You hear me on that? Unless you're doing a trampoline bounce, which I explained at the beginning of this video, you should be doing what I've explained, your version of what I explained in the 4 videos, which you can find on the description and all the videos I did in the week prior to right now. Holy moly, we got people in the chat. Holy moly. Does that explain why Mondays are most likely to be a payday, people? Mondays are good days for us because it's the days where if they let it go up because they know it has to go up like a trampoline bounce, it's the days where there's the least amount of volume working against them. I personally feel like Monday's going to go down just because what I saw at the end of close on Friday. But then I expect a trampoline bounce on Tuesday. And so Monday, Tuesday, whatever, like if it goes down on Monday, I'm buying heavy. If it goes sideways on Monday, I'm waiting Tuesday. If it goes down heavy Tuesday, I'm buying heavy. If it goes sideways Tuesday, then I'm waiting to see what happens Wednesday, and so on. Like, I'm very, very, very transparent with my trades. I show you guys my trades live. I'm always showing my account live. I only operate off one screen. I do not have another screen that I'm working off of. So you guys literally see everything that I see. I hide absolutely nothing from you. I'm working off of one screen here, ladies and gentlemen. I am a noob when it comes to electronics. Like, I know how to add another screen, and I've done it before, but I don't care. I'm just chilling, guys. I'm having a party over here. You guys are all stressed out in cereal while I'm freaking partying. Don't worry about the IV. We don't talk about implied volatility because if you watch my options training, implied volatility is completely irrelevant to what you need to know. So we don't talk implied volatility in my channel because it's a fake indicator that people don't understand. And you guys don't need to explain to you, so I'm not going to explain it. Sean Gorman, if you watch my 4 videos, I show you buying and holding stock is not the answer. The answer is to sell your AMC stock for AMC options that expire June or later, bump up the short interest to 100%, and then you will get billions and billions and billions of outside money coming in that are not diamond handers, but are squeezers. And they will come in to squeeze the stock. And so if you move the money to the options, we will squeeze the stock. Gildanus, I'm live every time the market is open. So when I trade, you will see me trade. That's all I can tell you. You can trade at the same time, the same strike, do whatever you want to do. You'll see me trade. You can undercut me, go a strike below me, and cash out a strike earlier than me every time. Like, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. I'm not your boss. But I'm going to show you everything that I do right when I do it. That's exactly right. Electro Calrus gets it. Options, you gotta lose money to make money, ladies and gentlemen. Options are designed to make you feel like you lost instantly, so you cash out for 50% loss the day after you bought it. That's literally how they're made. Sean Gorman, don't talk to me about selling your stock unless you watched my last video. Go to my channel and watch I called it. Alright guys, we're going to watch a video right now. Everybody's going to watch a video right now. Actually, let's see if this has gone any better. Okay, it's still going. YouTube, The God Pill. We're going to watch this video right freaking now. The one video to end it all.
A bunch of other people that have made some type of commitment or other things that I feel welcome. Let's wait to get just one or two people in the chat. Make sure my volume's looking good before I get started. This is going to be I'm going to try to make this video as quick as possible. I just started a boot. I'm good. Very good. So.
Alright.
Bar chart. Then I'm going to go here. So one of the best selling points about AMC is that if you look at the volume in the last 3 months, it goes 0 billion, 0.5 billion, 1 billion, 1.5 billion. If you add this all up and you assume everything to the right of here is all equal in buying and selling, and everything over here is equal, and you just count this middle section, I count about $2.5 billion I've been bought. If you figure that it was as low as $1.80, gone up all the way to $9 now, there's about another $2 billion being held by retail, and that's how, so retail holds about $4 billion in AMC, and the market cap's like $4.8 billion, and retail owns 88% of AMC right now. So we're holding the majority of those profits, and straight up diamond handing, regardless if it goes to $20 or $10 or $15, there's a huge sum of people not willing to sell, and it's a beautiful thing. And so I'm going to show you how to capitalize on getting anywhere from 18 to 1,000x on your money if AMC goes to $40. And so basically, I'm right now invested in the 18x of my money just because it's a 2-year to expiration and basically, to me, guaranteed. But I'm going to be making some big moves because we're about to hit another trampoline. So if you don't know about trampolines, go watch my other videos. But I'm not going to talk about day trading on this video. This video is all about AMC and what can we do to make the squeeze happen tomorrow. And I'm about to show you guys that. And I'm going to run into the most important information first so that you guys that are not interested in wasting your whole life, and because I do 8-hour live streams, right? I'm trying to make this short, simple. So I basically, if you get the information you need, I want you out of here if that's what you want to do. I don't want to tell you all about my life because I'm going to talk about some other things like trades, the CEO interview, a bunch of other people that have made some type of commitments or other things that I feel is worth calling out. And so let's go ahead and I want to show you that volume. Before I go on to the next thing, the only thing I'm going to show you is let's go ahead and see Microsoft. So if we compare AMC volume to Microsoft volume, you'll see it's 0 million, 20 million, 40 million, 60 million, 80 million. There's a lot of red, a lot of green, like one of the largest companies in the world, and they're not getting nearly the volume of one of the smallest companies in the world. I mean, at least compared to companies that have options on them. Like AMC is much larger than a penny stock, but in comparison to symbols that have option chains with them, AMC is a very, very small stock. So I just want to show you the dramatic difference in volume that we're seeing right now. Okay, so after that, that's one reason why, that's the diamond hander thing. It's a real thing. Anyone that's saying it's not is crazy. It's totally a real thing. So the next thing that I want to talk about is AMC, their profit as a company, their debt, and all that stuff. Are they overvalued? What is their situation? I want you guys to know where AMC is at right now. This is all approximation. I'm sure I'm off a couple percent on everything and a couple, $1 million on everything or 1 million shares on everything. It's not a big deal, though. You're talking about percentages, and when the percentages are so great and large in comparison to what I'm showing you, it's obvious that I'm close enough to be getting the point through. So basically, there's roughly about 450 million shares on the market. They're at $10 a share. Obviously, they're about $9 a share now, but this was a little bit ago. And so it's at 4.5 billion market cap, PE ratio. So basically, compare their I like to compare a company when I'm investing for a company that I'm bullish on, especially with COVID ending, and I think people want to get back to the movies, get out and do something, anything other than stay home. I want to be bullish on AMC, so I'm basing them off their best potential. What's their best profit per year percentage? What's their best revenue? And then I'm taking that and I'm saying, okay, they can make $650 million a year is what I'm assuming. So if we take that, that means their current market cap is 7 times PE ratio. And so if we go, let's go ahead and look at one more thing. If we look at highest PE ratio stocks, you guys are going to see that there are PE ratio stocks with 5,900 PE, 5,700, 2,000. Tesla's at 1,300. If you keep going, it's 1,800, 700, 500, 400, 300, 200, 100. Like, all these stocks are more expensive than AMC, and GME is only at 11 times PE ratio. Do you guys know if you add up all the companies and you just take the average of what every company's PE ratio is, the average company is 26?
So, I mean, GME and AMC are both like 50% below the average. So I don't really want to hear anyone talking about overvalued companies. Like, maybe your company's not overvalued, but mine's definitely not overvalued if that's the case. But if yours is not overvalued, mine's definitely not. If yours is overvalued and you agree to that, then maybe mine is too. But then that just means mine's not going to crash as hard as yours, right? Like, I don't know. What are you talking about? Like, nothing what they say makes sense. So AMC currently has $10 billion in debt. There's an article, if you just Google AMC debt, you'll find an article that says everything I'm about to say. If you Google Yahoo Finance, it says $11.5 billion in debt. I just don't think the $1.5 billion, the extra 15% of debt, is going to make a big difference after what I show you. And so basically, there's $10 billion of debt. There's $1.2 billion of cash. So if you listen to the last earnings call, which was about 3 weeks ago, he says we just paid off $600 million of debt. We got $1.2 billion in cash. We got 600, and then there's 63 million shares authorized that have been unissued. And so basically, they could sell. If they sold all 63 million right now, assuming the price didn't drop, the price of those shares are worth somewhere around $500 to $600 million, right? And so they haven't even used those yet. The revenue $5 billion, the net profit $650 million. The way that the article writes out the debt is saying that there's basically just $1 billion of debt due in the next 2 years. So if we divide that by this equals 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 divided by 24, and then turn that into a dollar. And basically, we got to pay $41 million a month for the next 2 years to take care of this debt, plus interest. So let's just say $50 million a month right now, and we got $1.2 billion in the bank, we got $600 million in reserves, and we got $1.2 billion in the bank. So basically, like, we're not struggling for the next 2 years, that's for sure. This right here is 2024 is when this is due. 2024, and this is 2026. And so $1 billion of this is convertible. But if they have a next good 5 years and $600 million of profit, or even $300 million of profit, they will definitely be able to convert the rest of the debt. They'll be able to refinance. This only becomes a problem if the next 5 years are a problem. But I mean, we already seen with the first real movie release with freaking Kong vs. Godzilla, like, they're not going anywhere. Maybe they don't have the best year every year, but they're not gonna, like, people love the movies. Get out of here with the nonsense. So Yahoo Finance says it's $11.5 billion in debt. I can't find the discrepancy between the article and Yahoo Finance, so I'm just letting you guys know that, but I don't know why it says that. So right now there's a vote in May 5th that says 500 million shares for 1 penny a share. Basically would make it to where retail owns 88%, institutional owns 12%. If we voted yes on that and they decided to issue all the shares to themselves, they would then have 60% control and we would have 39% control. So basically by doing this, you're letting them at any time that they think necessary to take back ownership of the company. And I just think it's a really horrible idea. I think we need to really find out what's going on before we even consider giving anybody in the institutional world any of our ownership back. Unless we're doing it now. This last part I'm going to show you, after you watch this last part, there's really nothing else you got to learn if you already know options. But if you don't know options, then you got to watch the rest. But this last part is like the last big thing I got to tell you, and then it's like everything else is pretty straightforward. Like, you should know the rest. So there's 450 million real shares on AMC. The market cap around 5 billion. Number of shares, if you Google the number of shares, there's actually 500 million, and so that means there's a synthetic number of shares of 50 million. And I haven't proven this, but I'm super confident that the way that they calculate synthetic shares is they take the calls versus the puts, and whichever one is greater, because you can only squeeze one side at a time. You can only short one side at a time and squeeze it, right? So you're either squeezing a put, or you're squeezing a sell on a put, or you're squeezing a sell on a call. And so I think what they do is they add up all the contracts on puts and like kind of dollar cost average versus the calls, but basically contracts versus contracts, and the total net contracts of calls over the puts, they'll say synthetic shares for calls, or they'll say synthetic shares for puts if there's more contracts for puts than calls. And so what it does is if you look at the short interest, they'll say about 50,000 option contracts, and if you go count the AMC option contracts, there's way more than 50,000. But if you count the put, there's a lot of puts too. So I'm assuming it's the calls over the puts, and if you times that by 100, you get it's 500,000, and if you times that by 100, you get 50 million, and that's where the synthetic shares come from. And so that's why there's 500 million shares instead of 450 million shares, but there's only 450 million real shares. So we're gonna go ahead and what we want to do is look at a couple things, okay? So right now the short interest on AMC is somewhere around like 15 to 16%. This number, I didn't calculate this number right, but it's not very high, but it's not very low. Like, that's decently high if you look at all the companies. Like, on a list, it's pretty high. But look at this. If we convinced diamond-handed apes that have been holding through all of this madness for 3 months, that have just been like completely drowned out the FUD and deserve all the respect and praise and recognition in the world, like, when it comes to money, money is serious. I get that. And there are very few people willing to put their money where their mouth is. And so you guys are amazing. That is what I'm trying to tell you. But what I'm really trying to tell you is that if I could convince you guys to sell 100 million shares, even if it dropped our price to $7.50 or $5, and you took that money, hold on, check this out. So let's just say you sold it, and now the money's in your bank account, and 1 second later, what does our situation look like? We're somewhere between $7.50 and $5. The retail float is now at 296 million. The number of shares is still 450 million, and so now we own 65% of the company. Institutional owns 12% so far, but we're going to assume that institutional buys the rest of what we sold. Option contracts are still currently the same, and that creates the current short interest at around 11%. Okay? Well, what if we took all the money? And so I'm assuming that when we cash out the 100 million shares, we're going to get about the $750 million. If it drops to $5 instead of $7.50, then we'll get, like, the average person selling will probably get about an average of $7.50, because some people are going to get $9 and some people are going to get $6. So we'll say $7.50 is the average. And so I assume you got $750 million when you guys did that. And now you got $750 million of ammo. Now what could you do with it, and what would it do? Well, if we took that same situation, retail currently owns 66%, institutional bought the rest, and now they own 34%. We put all that money into $200 contracts, which is a $40 strike of 2023, which doesn't expire for almost 2 years. You get 3.75 million option contracts, which creates 375 million synthetic call shares, which creates an 83% short interest, which is a bat signal to the world, just like GME was back in January, of everybody, let's come squeeze this until the government shuts it down. Like, anytime people see that type of short interest percent, they will go squeeze it. The problem is there are no companies with that kind of percent right now. But I'm telling you, you guys have the ammo yourselves right now to do this. But check this out. Instead of doing the 2023, which is going to make like 18x, which I'll go over in a little bit, and if AMC goes to $40, you'll make like 18x in your 2023. Your 2022, sorry, this is a mistake right here. Your 2022 $40 strike is only $100 a contract. This will make like 40x on its money when AMC hits $40. And if you did this one and you did the same formula, now the short interest with the same amount of money, same sold off, same everything, just different strike, is now putting the short interest of synthetic shares at 167%, greater than the 140% GME was in January. If you guys got crazy and you guys did the June expiration, which is $35 a contract right now, which will probably make about 100x on its money if AMC hits $40 before June, you'll make the short interest 476%. So, if you don't want to listen to me ramble for the next 20 to 30 minutes, then that's all you need to know. This is why you are not a shill if you sell your stock and you buy options, as long as you buy high theta options. And yeah, you can buy $12 strikes, you can buy $5 strikes. I don't care what strike you buy. I'm just telling you, buy deep theta options. Let's build the short interest so the rest of the world will come join us. Not because they like AMC, not because they like us, but because they're greedy and they want to squeeze a high short interest percent. That's just how the world works, fools. All right, so we did AMC dilution, we did short interest. Now I just want to show you guys a little bit about options, how they work, and a little bit about how my brain's working.
That's all I want to talk about. So, I hope that answered a lot of people's questions about something. I forgot what the point of watching that was, but Supreme Uzi in the chat.
All right. ATNF appears to be at about an 18% short interest. Unless you're talking about just the retail ownership of the stock, but I don't know how many stock that is. I don't know what the float is of ATNF. But Supreme Uzi would not be so proud of his ATNF find if he knew everything we knew. It's time for you to go watch the 4 videos. Like, what I found in MIK is more impressive than what you found in ANTF. And there's a dozen other companies that look just as profitable. And so you should really... And this one's honestly pretty pricey. These options, like, I can find much more expensive options. And so basically, if you're Uzi, if you want to know, check this out. Supreme Uzi. Supreme Uzi, if you want to know what we're doing, we're betting on a guaranteed bet of AMC and GME because of the diamond handers, right? Supreme Uzi, forget about what you're talking about. Forget about the float. Forget about ATNF. The only thing my channel is about is very specifically, very, 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 very specifically, we are going to make money off AMC and GME, and then we are going to squeeze another company that has very, very, very cheap options, and we are going to make a bloody fortune. We're going to turn $10 million into $1 billion. But if you aren't willing to go back and watch the 4 videos in order, it's never going to make sense to you. It's going to sound like I'm crazy, but nobody teaches better option math in the world than I do. And so if you want to learn about how to make money, and rather than trying to educate us and give us all these alerts and everything, we don't really need alerts. We're comfortable with where we're at. We're not researching much these days. Like, maybe I'm answering questions because people are researching my research, but my research is everything that we need. We're not really looking for much more beyond that. I hear it. You're all in with AMC and GME. That's why nobody's kicked you out of the chat yet, because you said that you like those two and you're picking up your own opportunities. The point is, if you want to say to the chat, hey guys, I like this thing, it's going to pop on Monday, no one's going to chop your head off if you just leave it there. But if you keep trying to tell us and tell us and tell us and tell us this is what people got to do, it's like, we're going to ban you because we want GME and AMC only and we got a whole plan. Supreme Uzi, I'm not going to tell you what call options and what strikes you should buy. I'm going to tell you should watch my videos and you should learn what options and strikes. You should learn how options work before you ever buy options. That's what I'm going to tell you. You think you understand what options are, but you have no clue what options are, and no one in this world does unless they've watched my videos. I'm the only one that got it. I'm the only one that can explain it, and I have explained it, and so you can take the time or not. We don't really care. We're happy with who we got and what we are, so we raise money every day. And there is millions and millions of dollars behind what I'm doing right now. So, you do you, bro. You do you. Brian Brown, if you want to know a game plan for this week, you got to watch the first 30 minutes of this video. I jumped into it at the beginning of this video. I'm not going over it again. Around the World says, Godpill, I'm a retard ape. Can you tell me exactly which options to buy and the amount and the date? I'll screenshot you. I did it. I love what I'm learning. If you're the worst and you just want to be in the safest thing that makes better money than stocks, buy the $40 strike 2023 or 2022 and buy as many as you can. The 2022 will make 40x on its money when AMC hits $40. The 2023 will make 18x on its money when AMC hits $40. If you buy the June $40 strike, you'll make 100x on your money if it hits $40 before June. But like every time you're betting closer and closer and closer, you're going to lose your money faster and you don't profit unless you hit 40. Just basically consider everything you bet a loss if it doesn't hit. Don't think you're going to cash out if it goes down a little bit. It goes down too fast. Whatever you put in, consider it a loss. The only one that's relatively safe is the 2023 $40 strike. The other ones expect to lose pretty quickly, and then if you win big. Avivmal, welcome.
Holding since February, both AMC and GME. I got in February 1st, bud. February 24th and 25th is when I turned $10,000 into $1 million trading options. We can change the world, people. We can change the world together. $35 a contract, Michael Franklin. $35 a contract. So the ask price is 35 cents. So if GME if AMC hits 40 bucks before June, those things in the extrinsic value, we're going to cash them out at $40. We're not looking for intrinsic value, and you'll make probably 100 times on your money. 100x on your money. They'll be $35 a contract. Ask price, which is $3,500 a piece. And right now they're $35 a piece. They're never cheaper than $1 a piece, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Brown and I are both feeling the pain on our 2023 $40 strike calls. We have definitely not made money on those yet. Shoot his ass like politicians. Sean Gorman, are you attacking Wall Street Assassin for selling stocks? Sean Gorman, you say another comment like that and I will hide you from my chat forever. Permanent ban if you ever say selling stock for AMC option is not a good thing. If you say that one more time, you will be banned. If you got a real opinion, if you think you're actually intelligent, then call in and have the conversation. But don't be fucking chilling in my chat. No shills in the chat! Of course I'm taking calls. Is the phone number not above my head? What do you mean am I taking calls? Sean Gorman, this will be your last chance. I'm going to unhide you one time. Don't make me regret it. I will ban you so fast. What up, Ryan Peters? Santana MC says, you sure, man? You sure, man? I'm a believer. I mean, man, I'm sure. I'm trying to fix my camera right now, guys, but it's having a little bit of a trouble. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix my camera right now. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what happened to my video, guys. I'm about to log off anyway, so I'll fix it before Monday. So let's not even worry about it. I'm about to log off anyways. I already unplugged it and replugged it. But I'm not worried about it, guys. I'm logging off soon. I wasn't even I don't even know why I started this whole stream in the begin with, honestly. Godpill, how can I help you?
Hey, man. You already know what it is.
What's that?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So you were saying that selling stocks and buying calls is not bad, but how is that not? Isn't supply and demand? Isn't that like sort of how stocks go up?
Have you watched
Have
have you watched the video that I named?
No, I haven't watched. I just tuned in. You said the call. So
Okay, for sure. No, I'm not mad. I hear you. I posted a video earlier today called "The One Video to End It All." Okay, so check this out.
Yeah.
Right now we got. Let me pull up the math so I can say it to you right, because it's a lot. Right now we got 450 million shares, and of that, retail owns 88% of it. Okay. So institutional.
Wait. Say that. Retail. Wait. Say that again. Retail owns 88% of the flow right now.
Of AMC, of the entire outstanding shares.
And where did you get this information from?
Just Yahoo Finance. Anything you Google will tell you that.
Huh. I did not know that.
If you go to the earnings call from 3 weeks ago when the CEO talks, he doesn't really tell you how much we own, but he tells you that Wanda, who used to own 38% and had a deal that if they own 30% or more, they get 3 times the voting power. So basically have owned the company for a long, long time. And you'll hear him talk about how they've been diluted to under 10% ownership. And if you add up all the math, basically they own the whole company and we own the rest now. And they've they've actually sold 20 million shares the other day. But yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So anyways, let me keep going. Is it okay if I keep going, or you got another question?
Yeah. Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Yeah, keep going.
You're good. Okay, so basically, we own 88% of the company right now. Institutional owns 12% of the company. There's another 12% of synthetic shares owned by institutional, which is like Citadel, and the synthetic shares are options, okay? So every time an option contract is created and it's in the open interest, they have to create 100 synthetic shares in order for that option to exist. And so basically, in order for Citadel to play against all of our options trades, they have to create these 100 synthetic shares every time somebody wants to play a trade. And Citadel's probably shorting 90% of the market, plus using all their hedge funds like Melvin to do it. So we know that the institutional is around 12% of actual ownership. The synthetic shares don't count as ownership shares, so we're not worried about that. And basically, the way that I look at it, if we sold 100 million shares today, right? So right now there's 450 million shares. We own about 400 million of those shares. If we sold 100 million of those today, we would still own 65% of the company. Let's assume institutional bought the other 34%, okay? Or the 100 million that we sold. So now institutional will own 34%, we'll own 66%. And so if we sold 100 million shares, we would still own 66% of the company, but the price, you're totally right, would drop, right? So the price is going to go somewhere between 7, 5, let's just assume worst case scenario, $5, right? So the average price from $9 to $5, the average price where we'll sell the stock at is probably $7. So if we sold 100 million stocks right now, we would collect, everybody in retail together would have about $700 million of firepower ready to put somewhere. So I created 3 examples of just if they put them all in the same strike, what would happen. And basically, if they took that $700 million and they threw it all onto the $40 strike on January 2023, at the price that it's at right now, not counting the price drop, which would actually lower the price even more, but at the price that it's at right now, that $700 million would be able to turn the short interest of AMC into 83% overnight. And that's on 2023 expiration. So think about AMC having 100% short interest, but when GME had the 140% short interest, 50% of it was probably in a month to expire or less. And so after the GMEs was rising and rising all January and then finally squeezed at the end, a lot of the contracts had finally started to expire. So there was no more pressure coming. There was no more squeeze pressure coming from those options. And so now if you go look at the GME short interest, it's way down. It's like 8%. It's way down because the options are so expensive now because there's been so much growth in there. And so the AMC options are like 10 times cheaper than the GME. And there's a lot. You got to watch my other videos to fully understand everything. But basically, if instead of doing the 2023 options, we decided to go to 2022 options in the $40 strike, now all $700 million would turn the short interest into 167%. Check this out.
That's what I'm thinking. I think I'm gonna do the 22.
Hold on. If everybody moved the $700 million over to June expiration $40 strike, it would make the short interest 476%. So let me ask you this: Do you believe that people in this world squeeze stocks when the short interest is high?
Yeah.
Do you believe that those same people are not always diamond handers?
100%.
So do you think there's a lot of investors that are not invested in GME or AMC right now because they're not seeing the indicators they want to invest, but if they saw the indicators they need, they would invest?
100%. There's not enough volume.
So have I convinced you why selling your stock for options is not a shill thing? As long as you buy the right options, as long as you're not buying an option that expires in 30 days or less, you're not doing a bad thing necessarily. As long as we all do it at the same time. Like, as long as you're buying high theta and we're all doing it at the same time and we're driving up that short interest, other people, we're sending up the bat signal to the world. If we build it, they will come, right? That's the whole point I'm getting at. We have the power, we have the ammo right now where we could do this, still maintain ownership of AMC, and then the rest of the people are going to, like, the outside world's going to come squeeze us, and we make the most profits because we have the options. The last thing I'll say is the June options. The June options $40 strike makes 100x if it goes to $40. The 2022 will make 40x if it goes to $40, and the 2023 will make about 18 to 20x if it goes to $40 from today.
But the thing I'm looking at it as, there's so many outstanding shares, it's going to be pretty hard to get it to hit $40.
No, bro, that's not how it works. It's a myth. It's a.
The thing I'm thinking of is, like, the thing with options, you don't have to exercise.
Bro.
How that really affects it.
Bro. So, do you know what the PE ratio is of a company?
No.
Okay, so PE ratio is it's how modern world used to value stocks. And basically they say, how much did your business profit last year? And they say, okay, how much are all your stocks worth combined?
Yeah.
So they take your market capitalization and then they divide that by your last year earnings, and that's your multiplier. Basically they're saying your company right now is selling for this times your earnings. And so that's your multiplier. Where most people, when they sell their businesses in the real world, get to sell anywhere between 3, if you're a really profitable company, to 10x times your money, right? So 3 to 10x whatever your earnings were is what you could go sell your business for right now. Well, AMC is around 7 PE ratio. GME is around 13 PE ratio. The average company in the entire stock market is at 26. And companies like Tesla and big tech like Twitter and Netflix are at 1,000 times earnings.
Jesus.
So when people tell me that AMC and GME are inflated, and when you say AMC can't go to $40, but I'm seeing Tesla go literally 1,000x over that growth of what you're saying AMC can't even do, like, I don't believe in you. I believe in buying pressure. I believe buying pressure is everything and it has nothing to do with the company. And I'm not attacking you. I'm just talking.
I'm not a shill, but the thing is, movie theaters are going to die off, whether you want to admit it
No,
or
they're
not.
not.
They're
No, they're not. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Bro, I love the movies. I go to the movies every year of my life, and even though I pay for movies at my home, I still go to the movie theaters. Like, what?
I'm not saying
when's the last time you went to the movie theater? When's the last time you went to a movie theater?
4 years ago. More than 4 years ago.
Why? You don't like it?
Because Netflix, man. Why the fuck would you go to a movie theater and pay over $50?
There's nowhere you can get movie theater popcorn except for the movies. I love movie theater popcorn more than anything.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying theaters are going to be extinct, but they are closing by the day. They're closing them down because it's just not doing it because Netflix is taking over.
No, it's because of monopolies, bro. It's because like when you understand when HBO Max is allowing people to buy Ape vs Godzilla.
That's another competitor.
You understand that AMC gets a profit every time someone buys one of those movies, right?
But the thing is, everybody's trying to just sit at home. It's like the thing, COVID's another thing that's
Nobody's scared of COVID. Hey, bro, you're a shill, bro. You're a shill. Get the fuck out of my chat, pussy.
I am not.
Get the fuck out of my chat, pussy. Talk about COVID on my channel. Nobody talks about COVID on my channel. Dude's a pussy ass shill. Who was that guy? Make sure we ban him. I don't want him in my chat no more. He's a shill. Godpill, how can I help you?
Hello?
Yes, how can I help you?
Yes, this is Godpill?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, sir, man. I'm watching your video right now. I just want to give you all the love I possibly can. I am new to buying options, sir. And I'm just looking for some help on how to actually buy them.
Okay. So have you upgraded your account to an options account?
Yes, I have. Unfortunately, I only have Robinhood and Webull, sir.
That's okay. So your
Okay.
Webull, so on your Webull account, go ahead and search a stock symbol. Let's just search AMC right now, okay?
Okay, cool. Hopping on Webull as we speak, my friend.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks for getting rid of that guy. He sounded like a shill.
Yeah, he's just kept getting worse and worse the longer I let him talk. He was fine in the beginning, but it just got worse.
Right on, man. So I'm here, just as you stated, on the AMC options purchasing.
Yep, so...
Here on Webull.
Perfect. Now you want to find... Do you see expiration dates?
Yes, they're right across the top.
Okay, which expiration date do you like?
Well, I've heard you talk about the 2023.
Okay.
Whichever one's going to benefit this fucking community the best, I'm buying right now.
Well, so if you want to benefit the best but also play it the safest, I'd probably do the 2022 because we're trying to build the short interest right now. But like the 2022,
Okay.
if AMC hits $40, you can basically expect to make about 40x on your money if you buy in 2022 today. And
Okay,
but
so-
when AMC hits $40, we cash out our options.
Yep. So I'm actually on here now, and it looks like $35 is the max. Am I looking at something wrong?
There should be a 40. There should be a thing that says add more option change or something. Like you're not viewing all of them. You're only viewing a certain number, and you got to increase that limit to all instead of like 15 option change or something. There should be a $40 strike.
$40. Might take me a while to find that one. Is it okay to do a 35?
Yeah, 35 is great. So what? How much is it? Click on the 35. What's the ask price?
Okay, so I click on the 35. Oh man, I don't know why it's telling me I'm not eligible when I know I've done that. Would you be? I know we're not a fan of Robinhood, but I do have options enabled on Robinhood. Would it be okay to go there?
Yep, that's no problem.
Okay, so I am. Let's see, trade option. Okay, now I'm here as we speak, and I'm on January 2022, and I do see $40 call.
How much is the ask price?
It says, is it 78 cents? Is that correct?
Yep. So that times that by 100, they're $78 a contract.
Okay.
So every contract you buy, basically expect to lose all of it if it doesn't hit 40.
Okay.
If it
I'm
hits
all right. It's only
if it hits
$78.
20, if it hits 20, you'll make probably 10x on your money, and you could cash out like what you put in for 1x and let the other 90% run, and then go to 40, and then that's where you could cash out the rest of it, right? And so there's a couple ways to play it. A lot of people are definitely going to cash out some profits a little bit early, but I'm definitely trying to hold the majority of my money until I cash out at 40 or so. But if you watch, I live stream every time. Like, you got to watch all my videos. I live stream every day the market's open.
And so you'll see me be like any trade I do, everyone's gonna see me do it when I do it. So you'll be able to follow along. It's not gonna be a fast-paced thing.
Sounds
I'm gonna
good.
be nice, calm the whole day. Like it's not gonna be like it pops and I'm trying to get in. Like I'm gonna be calm. Like when it happens, I expect it to hold, and I'm gonna get out when I want to get out. Not like I'm not gonna be hurrying or rushing anything.
Appreciate you. I'm literally buying one contract right now. I'm sure I'll go back and load more, but you walking me through this just makes my heart sing, man. I appreciate all the help.
Cool, brother. Thanks for calling.
Hey, I want to say real quick, man, shout out to Sabino Canyon in Tucson. And I live up here in Phoenix, man, and you're doing the right thing, man. Thanks again for making my heart smile, brother.
Thanks, brother. You're right down the street from me. Have a good day.
Yeah. All right, take care.
All right, bye. Supreme Uzi, who you fighting with now? Why you guys always fighting in the chat? Supreme Uzi's talking to me saying I'm the pussy? Please don't be saying that, Supreme Uzi. I thought you were talking to someone in the chat, but you were talking to me, bro? Holy moly. There's no way you were talking to me. Supreme Uzi is hidden. Bye-bye, Supreme Uzi, you little girl. You clown-ass little girl. I'ma report your channel. That's financial advice. That's financial advice. You're not allowed. I'm shorting the stock. You're not allowed to tell them how to beat me. Freaking retards. Everybody can see every option purchased. It doesn't change the bat signal. The bad guys can see the bat signal. It doesn't stop Batman from coming and beating up the bad guy. Come on, people. We ain't worried if they know what we're doing. We just need to do what we're doing. Uzis do suck, actually. Oh, man. I'm not a shill. I'm not a shill. He was so mad he got hung up on as last words were, you're a shill. It like broke his heart. I'm not a shill. Come on, shill. Come on. Alright, guys. We freaking smashed the 1,000 subscriber thing. You guys need to be blowing up Trey's channel, telling him what's going on with the CEO AMC situation. And when are God Pills questions going to finally be asked? And why can't it be live? Why can't the CEO do something live? Why is Elon Musk able to yell at everybody and say crazy things and tweet to people to actually buy Dogecoin or Bitcoin, but then freaking AMC guy can't ask questions about, we can't ask the AMC guy questions about stock halting and other stuff. Like, come on, guys. This is clearly some shill stuff. We got to figure out what's going on, and the only way to figure it out is to blow Trey's channel up and make him answer your guys' questions, because he answers to you guys. You guys are what keeps him going. Think about it. We want answers. We want answers. Oh, Supreme Uzi. Supreme Uzi. You're a shill, bro. You're scared of COVID. Anyone scared of COVID and doesn't realize the government's controlling your brain is a shill-ass bitch. Bye-bye to this account, too. Let's see how many more you want to create to come in and call us a pussy. You're so tough, bro. I'll gladly waste a minute of your time every time you got to create a new account. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Trying to tell people not to go to the movie theaters because of COVID. What a joke. What a joke.
What a joke. Alright, guys, how many subscribers did I end up with? Sometime. 1,010 or something. 1,019. 1,010 to 1,019, I guess. Is what you'd call it. I thought the caller was Sean too. I think Sean is Uzi, Sean, and Supreme Sins. He's literally all of them, and I'm sure we'll see him again with another account too. Brian Brown, watch the beginning of this video and then watch me go live next week. I got plans, but you got to watch the first 30 minutes of this video to know what to do with your money. I'm about to make some moves next week, guys. I'm about to make some moves next week. We about to jump off that trampoline and get paid. Gonna get paid. AMC me. It was Sean. It was, all three of them were Sean. I personally, if I'm investing my money, I want a 40x, not an 18x, and I think 2022 is plenty of time. I would bet on 2022 over 2023, honestly. If that's all, if I'm choosing one or the other, if it was personally me, I choose 2022. But if you like to be safe, definitely pick 2023. Every day I go live anywhere between 5 to 30 minutes before the market opens. The strikes are determined by the market makers. When I dominated on Rocket Mortgage and I turned $1,000 into $35,000 in one day, it was I bet on the maximum strikes I could, and there was never a strike that was more than 20% out of the money. Had they had strikes that were 100% out of the money, I would have made a fortune on Rocket Mortgage. They robbed me, though. And it's all the market makers. Alright, guys, I'll see you Monday. I'm outie. I had fun. Go catch up on my videos. You guys clearly need to practice. A lot of you be coming in here with them rookie questions. Rookie questions. Somebody needs to get my thumbnail that has this guy with the diamonds in his hand and post it for this guy and comment to this guy to show that he's diamond-handed, because this guy is either has already seen my channel and he's just talking shit, or he is no idea who I am and he has no idea how ironic this comment is. Either way, it would be a great thing to see this picture with the diamond hands getting posted inside here and making him look like a fool. A fool, I tell you. Gustavo Rodriguez, $10,000 on 2023 options. You the man. You the man. AJ Bass, do you just do options? If you watch all 4 of my videos, you will see I have a long-term plan. Right now, I just do options, But long term, after GME hits 1,000 and AMC hits 100, I plan to be buying at that time, and I plan to have hundreds of millions of dollars. And when I'm buying, if GME is at $100,000 a share, I will still be buying. When I gun the common stock with a market order of $200 million in my account, if it goes up to $100,000 of stock, I'm still buying until every single dollar of my 50% that I'm going to be gunning the GME and AMC stock with is spent. And so, if you guys haven't caught up on my 4 videos, you got to go watch those 4 videos, and that will tell you what to really know. Right now, you guys are only getting half the story. Go catch up. All right, guys. Catch up. You guys got a couple days. Monday, I expect everyone to be on their game. On your game Monday. You know what I know by Monday, guys. Let's do it.